If you hold forward during the third hit of Vegeta's auto combo, you can now change its behavior. This effectively gives Super Saiyan Vegeta a Tyrant Lance auto combo. It works as a bit of a frame trap, albeit slow, but it means that he can also just force his turn over and over again, creating a little more mind games with the opponent. Like Piccolo, you can now charge his standing heavy attack. This is the uncharged version. This is the charged version. As you can see, it increases the range of the move. It also increases the damage. This is the uncharged damage. 1,000. Charged. 1,300. I suppose you can potentially use this to increase his damage in some of his combo routing, or use it as another way of frame trapping the opponent for greater reward. His Ki Blast has been buffed in two ways. The startup on the first shot has been reduced. Before, I think it was pretty average with the entire cast. At a distance, it was 28 frames on startup, and up close, it was 13 frames on startup. Compared to other characters who could fire multiple Ki Blasts, it was very much in line with their behaviors. There's only a single frame difference for Super Saiyan Goku and Vegeta's Ki Blast startup at full screen in the previous version of the game. Now, it's 5 frames faster. So at full screen, it's 23 frames startup. And point blank, it's 8 frames startup. Vegeta's always been a character that's heavily represented spamming Ki Blast in his toolkit, so it makes sense for him to have a little better Ki Blast compared to his contemporaries in the game. Additionally, the last hit had its recovery reduced. Before, it was -2 at point blank range. This is the recovery now. +0 on block at point blank range. In this situation, you're not really going to see this outcome, but I think what this does have implications for is potential combo links for Vegeta, making pickups off of this easier for him when he goes into special cancels, or if he's able to come up with new links in the corner by spamming these. We'll see how his overall combo game develops. Vegeta's universal change to his Ki Blast means he's able to cancel it into a JH or J2H. I'm not really able to find much application for this outside of it being able to increase his combo damage. It's a very rough example of an idea. There could be some potential pressure sequences that he can do with it, but overall, I'm not too sure on this one yet. Vegeta has a new special move. If you do quarter circle back in special, you get a different version of his consecutive Ki Blast attack. As you can see, it raises him up in the air. This is what the quarter circle forward looks like. The main appeal of this version of the move seems to be that you're able to use it to return the opponent to the ground to then get grounded extensions. That seems to be the idea anyway. These aren't optimal examples, they're simply just ways to inform you about the potential of these changes. Be on the lookout for new Super Saiyan Vegeta tech. I would also like to know that at very high heights in the corner, there's some potential for some crazy combo tags you can do. Whether or not these will be optimal or compete with his DP cancels that he had before has yet to be determined. One thing the patch notes specifically mention is that you're able to cancel into these other versions when he's in Spark. Of course, this is a very silly thing to look at that definitely cranks his meter gauge. However, I will note that using this probably isn't going to be the optimal routing for his combo game overall. Yeah, I did a lot of hits to the opponent, but I did 2,000 damage with these hits as well. So I think it's going to be finding the correct ways of implementing these into the combos to give him that little bit of extra damage and meter build that's going to truly define the character. I feel like most of Super Saiyan Vegeta's changes in this patch are minor quality of life improvements, giving him access to a couple of new toys that he can play with. The lion's share of the buffs that made him a relevant character happened in the previous patch before, and now he just has some extra things that he can try and do, further bringing his identity as a heavy key blast spamming character up to the front. Still, he appreciates the improvement to his neutral as well as some of his pressure with the key blast changes that he received, and there's going to be some potential new routes that he can use because of the sparking changes that can make him a very interesting character, if not somewhat hilarious looking at once you are able to get these all linked together. We'll see how all this pans out. Overall, I think he was good before, and I think he's still good now. Probably much like staying in the same tier list spot as opposed to moving.